Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am TW1, this is City Skylines, and today we are moving away from the island. But before we do, just want to take you through a couple of little touching up bits I've done on the island off screen and talk about why I'm leaving certain spaces as they are, and that I will be doing more work on the island. I'm just not going to be showing it on camera because it's little touch up tidying work that I can do little updates on, not watch me place down little props. So in this episode we will quickly run through that, and then we'll be expanding this road over to this fertile land over here, which is beautiful, hooking up this highway to that highway and making a nice little farming town over here, and that could be the basis of our farming industry for most of our city, and hopefully we won't have to import farming goods. So, as we're still in this beautiful little view where it gets rid of most of the UI, I can take us through the improvements. I'm sure you can see some of them already. We'll start over here where we have plopped down this. So this road is was a bit meh, a bit dead really. So added a high school into it, a couple of parks, and I've left this space open for a ferry hub. That is where I think I will be putting a ferry hub at some point. And maybe a bus station, I'm not 100% sure, but I've left that until we get further on into the build so we know where we want to be putting our public transport on the island. We won't need much on the island, it's a very small populated, I think it's just over 4,000. And I've also left this for a train station, added some more recycling plants because the island was just about capped out, so that covers this island perfectly. Maybe a little excess so they can go help out other parts of the city when it grows. And a road maintenance building as well to boost them roads up. That is all good. Couple of toll roads. Get some money out of that. Another toll road here because this is where I will be putting the train station eventually. For this part of the island. And maybe a football stadium. I'm not sure if it'll fit though. We shall find out later on when we have that money. Anyway, moving on. I've dumped a load of trees down and a load of rocks and tried to make little areas pretty, but I've also done some very detailing little bits with some props, just like this over here. This is purely cosmetic. It doesn't do anything, it doesn't work. These do, these little tents work. They do, I'll come out of that view. These do have attraction value and they do give land value and happiness to the surrounding buildings. But everything else in this area here I've manually placed to try and make it look just more texture and more life to the city. I've done this in lots of little parts of the island. I think it looks quite nice actually. I'm quite proud of myself. I spent about 3 hours last night and another 3 or 4 hours today while watching films and just doodling around with props and stuff like that. I watched The Invention of Lying by Ricky Gervais. I thought it was very good. Over here, this is the first one I've done actually, and it was this is little cute. I think this is an adorable little thing. I did a couple of little extra walking pathways for people, as I realised that roundabouts are now restricting them from getting certain parts. So if these people here wanted to walk over here, they'd have to walk all the way down here. Yeah, they'd have to walk through this park that way. So now they can just nip under here through this tunnel if they wish. So yeah, added a little cute lean-to shelter, that does give us some attraction value as well, and a viewing deck. That is a kind of place I would be doing some viewing. Not sure it's going to look great in the future when we put some farming over there, but we shall see. And also there's going to be a big highway bridge in the way of the view. I haven't thought about that one. Anyway, I haven't changed the coastline from last episode. I haven't done any beautification over here because I'm going to do that off camera. And I'm not 100% sure what to do with that yet. I've been looking at stuff. Just the props don't look great. We have finally unlocked tourism as a speciality. So I can plop that on there and we can finally dot in the commercial when it comes to this side of the city that we're saving these gaps for. So we might as well pop them in, press play and let the game fill them up. We need housing more than commercial, if I'm honest, so let's pop a little house in as well. Just keep the game happy. Put it down to 1 speed. And let's go find another little park that I built. Here's another one. Just some more little props. Absolutely nothing. This one does nothing. It has absolutely no bonus to the game apart from it looks good. I think it's cool. These little touches I think you can add to the game. When you have mods, you can do a lot more than this, but this is just proof that the vanilla game, you can make some things that look interesting. I'm sure you can do a lot better than me. So yeah, you should definitely, if you just have the vanilla game on PlayStation or an Xbox or on PC, I'm not sure how easy it is to play stuff with an Xbox or a controller or that, but it is possible to do some cool little things. There is another one along this pathway here. Yep. Added a little garden, which is sunken, it seems. I don't know why it's sunk. It wasn't sunk. Yeah, and a big old statue. I have added this over here. I was trying to make a realistic coastal staircase. That didn't work. How steep is that? Oh, pretty steep, yeah. Not great. Anyway, yeah, there's a couple of little bonuses here as well. Viewing deck and a little path along the coast. And I brought the dock, the seawall all the way around. And I bent it into the cliff so it looks like it's more natural. Because I just don't want it to end. So I've been trying to bend them into the cliff. So you can do that if you tinker around with it enough. I've shown that off. I've added just loads of these little attractions, really, just to try and give more depth and more life to the city. We have also got, where's one? That's the main one I've done. I think that's all of them. I added a few more, I'm sure I did, but I can't seem to find them. We have also unlocked the next part of this. We've unlocked, what is it? Busy Town. We're on the way to Big Town. We were at 4,000 population for a while. We've dipped back down a bit, but so we've unlocked some city planning stuff, oil, some more policies as well. Encouraging biking has been clicked on. I'm sure you've already seen the sound barriers on the highway have been popped up because they reduce the volume of the. Yeah, it does what it says. Noise pollution. Well done, genius. And extra roads as well. We've also got big headquarters of the police, big fire station, hospital, oil plant, road maintenance, and a load of other little bits. Geothermal power plant is what I will be switching to eventually because that is the best one. And the ferry bus exchange stop. Beautiful. So that is that. I think I'm like 95% happy with this side of the city. Oh, I added this road, and I know it dips down a bit much, but it's there. It's got police quarters on it, and it's got a firehouse on it, and it's got, that's it. So yeah, so if we just go through the little stats, really, it's all good. Like policing's fine, fire service is fine, healthcare's not, but nobody particularly is dying, so. Or nobody's sick, so I can't be asked to change that. And death care is very comfortable with this side of the city at the moment. Power is good, lands is all good. So this side of the city, in my opinion, apart from having no university, because I'm not putting university on a tiny little island, is done. So let's start expanding. And like I said, we're going over to this farmland, which I'm very excited to do. So I'm going to make a cut here as I purchase the tiles to do so. So I want that one definitely. Do I need that one, or can I plug it into the highway in that connection there? I'm going to leave that because we don't have many blocks to buy, so I'm not going to buy that. So let's click back out of that view. That is enough highway room to get a highway junction there, I believe. So that should be fine. So off camera, I'm going to run the highway over, build a roundabout, plug it into the other highway with a nice connection, and then we can start working out how we want this. It's going to be a nice little town, really. It's not going to be a big part of the city. It's going to be low density, and it is going to be a little cutesy. I'm going to try and integrate housing of farming in a more realistic style. So let's see if we can do that. Now, I'll be back in a second once I've done what I just rambled about for about 5 minutes. And we are back to do a little reveal of the area. Let's track that. Go into free camera mode. Is the free camera mode I wanted? No, probably not. Anyway, let's go. No, I am not in the right mode. Let's just follow along this car anyway as we reveal over these two wonderful bridges. I can't do cinematography at all, it would seem. And this is the area that I have laid out the basis premise of what we are doing. I've made the weird, like an ugly eye shape. Anyway, lots of roundabouts, lots of little choices. And that is the way we want it to go. Slap the highway through the middle of here, and now we have plenty of choices to do some great work when it comes to this farming. So, just having a little think about it. I just went off for some food and had a little think to myself. Obviously, if I want to do a grid pattern, which I could do over here, I could do a nice simple grid pattern. Wouldn't really make sense. It's farming. Farms aren't particularly grid shaped, so let's try and do some nice squiggly roads. The only problem with doing squiggly roads is I could just do some nice square roads. Is these buildings along here are very square and they like to be on square roads, so I want to do nice squiggle roads, but it's not going to happen. Which is unfortunate, so let's start drawing in some roads. I think we're going to make this over here, this area we're going to start. Also, I have plugged in, before you worry, water is done, electric is here as well, so we should be pretty good to just plonk in some stuff. And hopefully the city accepts this new area that I'm going to draft out, so let's just plump in. I'm going to use, I'm hoping, the fact that I've got lots of roundabouts, the fact that this is going to be low density, should mean I don't need big roads. I'm going to try and stick to single tracks if I can, and then that should work. It may not. I'm going to be honest, it may not work, and I may get annoyed and I may have to rip this up. But we're going to go with it, so let's go with it. So let's do you two there. Let's just do some different shapes. So let's do square, but let's do ziggly zaggly squares. See, I'm just going to delete you, and then we can go off you, because you're on the angle. That'd be a little bit more interesting. So there we go. You there. You down to there. There we go. So it's like cul-de-sac semi-grid shapes. But it's on the angle, so it's going to look a little bit different. I take you to there. You can just join that. Yeah, we'll do this. Just trying to make it so it's just not square and boring. So they are off kilter slightly, and that should hopefully add a little bit of variety to this area and make it look a little bit better. Let's try and maximize as much space as we can, so do that and then do that, so you can come back to being the correct way, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's perpendicular to these roads. I think that's the correct word. If that is the right word, I'll just pull that out of my backside, I'm not going to lie. Whew. So, let's start the zoning. So the electric is here. So you can go to there, no problemo. We can just start plugging in some houses, because that is what we are going to need. I'm going to need this farm building. Where are you? You. Where am I putting you? Over here. That'll do, won't it? Yeah. Now we can pop down some fields. Do I want it on the main road by the roundabout? Probably not. This one. Let's not put too much on one road. It's probably going to overload it. So that'll do for now, and then we'll plonk some houses around. I'm not worried about the roundabout. I'm just going to go for it. Let's actually take it off pause, so stuff might actually start happening. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. So yeah, let's let this grow, see how it goes, see what the game is saying. What are you saying, game? Hopefully you can't hear my PC screaming. It's whirring very loud at the moment. I've got some farm trucks going out and they're using this roundabout. Okie doke. You don't have power. That's just my bad, really. I'm gonna accept blame there. That is my bad. Can we plop in some sort of farmland in here? You'll carry power, won't you? How close is it? It's not far away, is it? So we can zone in some farming. So let's just do that. So let's zone that for farming and that. You should build... No, you should build farming. Why aren't you building farming? I haven't done that. I need to do that. Now it's build farming. What a plum. You'll probably disappear now. I think you're not the right thing. Maybe you are. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, let's build some little farms up as well using the zoning. Yeah, you disappeared because you were wrong. You were dirty industry. I don't want dirty industry. You are ready sliced fruit. Beautiful. Let's start building this little farming town up over here. Where should we put some shops? Because I'm going to need some shops over here. We can't have them going miles away, can I? So let's first and foremost slow it down to 1. And let's not ignore the beautification while we can. So let's pop in a pathway in here to you. You can come in. Let's just turn you all off. No, I kind of like the fact that you're just going straight there. Yeah, just go in there and try and be a little bit more efficient. Turn on grid. Where's grid? There it is. Just try and shape up some of these so they match to each other, like that. That's cool. You can just go straight in there. I'm trying to say there's a little bit of walkability around here. You can be a bendy road, can't you? Get rid of grid. Yeah, that is close to the coast. So, as that is close to the coast, I'm going to swap it to a coast path. These look like beach paths to me. I don't know what they're meant to be for. Zoo! They look like beach paths to me. I'm trying to think if I'm on the beach. So that is great. Yeah, bustling over here. Looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Could do with a path. If I can sneak one in around this roundabout. That is important. Yes. No, you donut. There and there. There we go. Now they can walk around the roundabout because this is highway and there's no walking, is there? So, and also... Oh, let me sneak a path in here. There we go, there's another path. That'll help them walk around there. We can pop into more residential. I'm just going to do... Ooh. A block of shopping. Are you just shopping? You are my shopping block. That is that. You are all shops. That might be all this area needs, to be fair, when it comes to shops. Let's do residential around there. Speed up the game. Get rid of the Microsoft chatting to me. Thank you very much, game. We're going to need some services over here, so I'm going to start having to plan for services. You don't have water. Why don't you have water? I thought I watered this whole... I watered 95% of this island. I'm a melon. There you go. There, like that. Happy now? Happy now, Holly? The Holly residence? Well, you're just... My house. I'm living there. It's a historic building now. This is where I'm going to live. Decided. Can't be called the mayor's house and then me not live there. Yeah, that'll do. Got a little umbrella-y bit in the back. I'll live there, happy enough. The game is happy. The game is happy. Are you doing alright? Yeah, you got 20 workers in all of them. That's good, isn't it? That's really good, that. Well done, me. Well done, me. Let's take a road off. So if I go like that, give it a guidelines. Go one block. You're not 45 degrees. Why are you not 45 degrees? Alright, I'm going to go off here then. Gee there, gee there. Like that. Then we'll delete that. And then we'll go in this shape, in this direction. And do some different little things over here as well then. That's fine with me. Let's try and not make it all uniform and perfect. Indeed. What do I do with you? I'm going to delete you. Delete you. Put a squiggly road in. Where's guidelines? Give me guidelines. Guidelines. And squiggly you into there. Yeah, that's working well, isn't it? Working well. How are we diddling? How are we diddling? Little community is doing alright, so we do need to start looking at services. So some police over here would be handy. So let's pop police. Pop police over there. Yeah, that'll do. Fire service, you need to be near the farm area as much as possible, but I'm going to spread it over the whole area really. So let's pop you on the main road by the roundabout so you can get quick access to where we need to be going. Medical centre, you can just be there by the park. It's nice, isn't it? You send your kid to the park while you go and get told that you're going to die in a week. So the kids can have fun and you can get told you're dying. It's pretty dark. House. Yeah, we'll do industry there. And I'm going to de-zone that with a little fence. Where's that fence? Farming fence? You are farming fence. Wonderful. You're not going to be zoned. I don't want you to be zoned just in case you're a derp. Actually, in fact, I'm just going to get rid of you as well before you do weird things and look weird. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. More houses, more houses, more houses. Aren't you just the most irritating thing in the world? Can you go away? Where are go lines? Go lines. Guidelines. Speak English. So the town of farming is going well. We've got dead people. I need a cemetery. You just moved here. You didn't move to die. What are you doing with your life, man? I'm going to move and then die. It's a great life, dear, but I'm dead. I don't really want that. I'd ruin that, wouldn't it? When do I unlock that? 11,000. Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you fit on there, don't you? Yeah, you can go on Windy Road. Windy Road on the cemetery. The church can go there. That's fine with me. Need more farming, it seems, because we are growing well. So, let's pop in some trees somewhere. No, you don't fit, do you? You fit. Are you going to fit in there? Yeah, but you're going to be a donut about it. Oh, man. We'll just make it random and all over the place like I planned, really. Because then we can go and plop houses in these gaps, and that will make it look different and interesting, and we will put in some fencing to stop people zoning on this road. I need some pathways as well. Nice. More houses being built. Put in some commercial in here by the police station. So you're not going to rob the shop by the police station, are you? Are you doing your job? You are. Should I pick up this dead body then? From Organic Food? To be fair, you have got to go around the block to get there. It does make sense. And that is Big Town, and that is brilliant. And there's a lot of stuff we've just unlocked. I need to look at that. Wrong button, you melon. Campuses, which means we can get some universities being built. Blimps Metro, hello. That'll be very handy for when we do the city. I'm not going to do a metro over here though, it's tiny. Educational boosts. We've got some high density as well now, which we won't be using until we go over to where I start planning the city out. Large toll booths, prison, sauna, blimp. Very good. Very good. We could, in theory, put a school over here somewhere. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just at least a primary school, so kids don't have to travel too far. Primary school by the coast. And then we'll plump a park next to that. On the corner. Oh, I could do a beach. Like a. Ah, you fit. Yeah, that's great, that is. So you can play beach ball. Sit in the park for a bit. Go to school. Road-wise, it's probably not the greatest positions for a school, but this is a low-density area, so I'm sure that'll be fine. They want more residential. You are the zoned industrial though, so that's fine with me. Just bump in some more houses along here. Let's not allow people to live next to there, so going to do some nice bendy roads. That was terrible. At least about there. About there. So they can walk around the corner. Just block that off. Probably just use a fence. It might look a little bit better if I use a fence, mightn't it? Fence me off. Just turn all of you off. I'm not going to get a bendy road in there. It's not going to happen. Little fence. Little fence. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. You are living right next to a highway. Look, jeez, that is loud. That would be very loud, that would. So you won't upgrade, but you will. Yeah, I wouldn't live there if I was you. I'm gonna give you some advice. Because I'm nice, I'm gonna throw in some trees along here, because they do buffer the sound a little bit. So let's just spam in some trees quickly along this highway, so people can live in a little bit more peace. Obviously, if you come across on a highway now, you are splatting into a big old tree. You are brown bread, as they say. Brown bread. Farming town is coming along very nicely. Let's just pop over to the island to make sure no one's dying. I've missed the water pipe on you by a frickin'... I bet it's a millimetre. Yep, millimetre. You know what? Yeah, if you buy a house or buy a property before there's water there, it's your fault. Decided it's your fault. You're an umpty. Over here is doing grand. How is garbage doing? Because that is the one I am slightly concerned about. Not bad. Not great though. Not great at all. One of these large facilities in somewhere. Oh yeah, one of them. Just going to pop another one in there. That road can handle it, it's fine. Then need to work out a place to put some over here, really. You should now cover this side of the city quite comfortably. And you've got great access to a roundabout that goes to a roundabout that goes to a highway. So you can zoom about wherever you wish to go. So yeah, Farming Town is on its way. I've been trying to do an outro for 5 minutes now. Thank you very much. I've been TDavid1, and I will catch you next time.